Perseverance is pretty high on the list of traits required for success in athletics, and it's a trait that's been personified by one of Cheyenne boys basketball players. Faced with adversity, he's dug in and fought for what he's earned.
I can't really explain it, but I just never wanted to work so hard for something in my life, so I kind of stuck onto it.
Matt Gusla is a senior at Cheyenne this year, playing meaningful minutes for the boys basketball team, a program that's atop the standings at 11-1 and making their case for the EDC title.
With our program, we're going to have very competitive athletes, we're going to have very competitive games, and we have this very high standard, and so he understands that.
Those high standards and that competitiveness means tough decisions for head coach Tom Kirchhoffner each year.
Cutting kids is not a fun thing to do as a coach, and especially for Class A coaches. You're doing it the day before Thanksgiving.
Gusla was one of the cuts his freshman year, heading home for the holiday disappointed, but grieving something even greater than his hopes of playing Mustangs basketball.
My stepdad died freshman year, and right when he died was around tryouts, so it wasn't my perfect time of the year. But after I put everything towards him, that emotional trauma really pushed me forward to do what I did today.
He turned that combination of grief and disappointment into sweat at the gym, 4 a.m. wake-up calls before school, and late nights back in the gym after school.
I did 3s, 2s, 5s, whatever I could find to get better.
He's just a very resilient kid, and when you get cut and then you put in the work, and I don't know how many times he went to the gym by himself, and he did all those things.
His sophomore year, Gusla was back at tryouts, fighting for the spot he'd missed out on his freshman year.
I remember every moment of it. Obviously I was scared, but I had to put myself out there. My mom wouldn't let me quit either, so she's like, hard work pays off.
And his hard work showed.
My dad was just watching him. He said, "You're not cutting that kid."
That was the first time I experienced that.
Gusla made the C team his sophomore year, continued to work, and has fought for every opportunity he seized on that varsity roster.
Obviously, junior year and senior year wasn't granted for me. I had to work for it too. I worked hard every day as I did freshman year and got better every single day. It's
culminated in his senior year he's deserved and an example forever left on this program and his coach.
I learned from my dad that, yes, we are coaching high school sports, but we're in education here, and you want to give kids, a second chance, or sometimes you got to give them a third chance. And, he's just really proved himself. He's overcome, adversity, not only in his personal life, but, with basketball, and that's why probably I'm most proud of him.
Really appreciate Gusla sharing his story with us. So impressed with the hard work that he's put in to earn that spot on this varsity team, and they credit him specifically with their big win over Fargo North, and those kinds of wins are super important as you get into the tail end of the season here and they get ready for that postseason that's just around the corner.
Thank you, Beth, for that really cool story.